Hi, welcome to Linda's Kitchen. I have another recipe for, and actually it's just my own little homemade brew, but a recipe for marinating chicken. This is with chicken breasts, and we have a friend coming over for lunch today, and so we're serving some chicken breast. And what I did was we got 3 really beautiful chicken breasts at the market, and then I take them, and I needed to conserve some time today because I'm running a little late, and I wanted to show you this as we're going through and I'm making the meal. But so I didn't show you how I fillet the chicken. But if you're interested in that, you could email me. There'll be a link on the website. If you want me to do a little video and show you how to fillet, I'm happy to do that. So in any event, I bought some nice chicken breasts. There are 3 of them in here, and I fillet them. Usually out of each chicken breast, I'll get 3 fillets. Because I did touch poultry, I'm going to wash my hands. I just don't like cross-contamination. Obviously, none of us want to get sick. Okay, so this is going to be very simple. I have it in a little Tupperware container. I'm going to put all this stuff in, put it the cover back on, throw it in the fridge, and then later on today, when our friends come over, we're going to grill and we're going to have dinner. So I'm going to start with a little bit of garlic. And really, I'm just simply going to crush the garlic, and I'm going to put it in the pan. I'm not really going to do anything else to it. I'm just going to take the skin off the garlic, because we don't want that. That would defeat the purpose. Don't need to really chop it up. If you want, you could break it up a little with your hands. A little tip, when you get that smell of garlic on your hands, actually if you have stainless steel, run some cold water, put your fingers on the stainless steel under the cold water, and it really does work. It takes away that odor of garlic from your fingers. So I'm throwing this in here, and so now we've got some nice garlic in there. So that's gonna flavor that up very nicely. I'm trying to do this without a lot of, you know, like the garlic powder and that sort of stuff. I'm just trying to do it au naturale. Okay, so now we have a little herb garden on our deck, and I love fresh herbs, and so I love doing. So here is some fresh thyme that is from our herb garden, and all I'm doing is actually just taking the thyme right off of the stem and putting it in there. We're just going to let this marinate. I mean, you could actually just put the whole stem with the thyme on it in there if you wanted to. I just like to take it off because then you don't have to remove it before you go to grill it or when you're serving it, because then it wouldn't be pretty with a bunch of thyme leaves on there or thyme stems. The other thing we have here is beautiful rosemary from my little rosemary tree on the deck. And the rosemary I'm going to give a little chop because this has some great oils in it, and that's going to get released in our marinade. So that, oh, I wish you could smell this. One day maybe they'll make video with fragrance aroma that you can smell or push a button and really smell what this smells like. But that delicious smell of fresh rosemary, it's just so awesome. So there's some rosemary and some thyme in there and a little bit of garlic. Oh, we have a little more, another piece here. I'm going to leave it here. I also actually have another piece of rosemary somewhere over here. This one, and I'm not going to have time to do it on a video today, maybe at some other point, but if you check the 21-Day Fix book, the cookbook, the book that comes with the 21-Day Fix, there is a fabulous water bar. And one of my very favorites is watermelon and rosemary. It is so delicious, just fresh water. You can use sparkling water if you want. Throw in a nice clean sprig of rosemary and some cubed up watermelon. And it is so refreshing and so delicious. So this is actually going to my water bar later on. The other thing that I'm going to add to my marinade is lemon. And I'm going to add some zest as well. But I'm going to give this a little roll because look at that, how nice and juicy that is. Some of the essence of it has just already come out. I'm going to do the same thing with this orange, because zest adds such a wonderful depth of flavor, and I do use a lot of zest in my cooking. So I'm going to zest up a little bit of orange. So I guess if you want to call this a citrus chicken, you can, but for me, this is my go-to marinade. And it's always a pleasure to go to in the summer when we have some nice fresh herbs outside. So that's going to be about it. I'm not going to put too much. I'm like maybe what, half of a pretty large orange. I'm actually going to be making this other recipe with shrimp, and it has orange zest and lime zest and some fresh basil and a little bit of olive oil. It's a clean eating recipe. I actually got it online, and I do my own little twist with it, but it's a great recipe. So I'm going to save that because I'm going to be making that later. But what I want to do now is zest the rest of this, or this lemon, and then I'm going to be putting this lemon juice in here. And you have to be careful too with adding lemon juice. Sometimes lemon can actually cook the chicken depending upon how long you let it sit. So just be aware of that. But this I'm going to zest, for the most part, the whole lemon. And then I'm going to open it up and put the juice right in. I have those little things, you know, little juicers, and those are awesome. But sometimes it's just easy just to use your hands. I don't care about the pits. I don't care if any pits or pieces of the lemon go in there. It's a marinade. The chicken's going to get tossed around and mixed up in here, and it's going to sit in the nice juices, and then it's going to come out. All those pits are not going to go on the grill with the chicken. So there's that. And then I just want to rinse my hands here a little more, wipe them down. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Not that much, but I don't want them to stick to the grill. So I just get a little coating of olive oil. And then I'm just going to mix this up because I want everything to get nice and coated. You know, food is fun. You just get in there with your hands and the textures and the smells, and it's just, of course, you know, being from an Italian family, and food was a very big part of our lives. All of our meals, it was family time, and we all pitched in the kitchen. That's just how it was. And so there we go. So now we have a very simple little marinade. I'm looking at this though, and I don't feel that there's enough lemon juice to really get it the way I want. So I'm gonna add another lemon, and my hands have been covered with this, so it's not good, but there's this lemon right here on the top. I'm not touching anything else, so I'm grabbing that one. And I'm gonna get a little juice out of it, and I'm gonna put some more in. And you know, this is what you do, you adjust. You see what you've got, and if it feels like there's just not enough, you adjust. Now, I do this marinade, and sometimes I add balsamic vinegar. It just gives it a nice little richness and a sweetness. It's really good. I'll get some of that pulp in there. Oh, perfect. Now we've got some good liquid. That's going to make a nice marinade. The one thing I haven't got in here yet is some salt. I do want to put a little bit of salt in here. A little salt and pepper. But I'm definitely not going to do that with my hands this way, because I don't want to be contaminating my salt and my pepper with chicken, because I want to use that salt and pepper for other things. And because I have been touching the chicken, I'm going to take a little extra measure, which I don't usually do, but because I did pour my salt and pepper in here, I'm going to do this just to keep it all nice and clean. Nice amount of pepper in there. All right, mix it up one more time. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to put it in the fridge. And then I think since I have all the stuff ready to go, I'm going to be back with you in a little bit, and I'm going to make a, I'm going to show you how I do the shrimp. Thanks. Have a great day.